lie on your back, put something under your head so that your head is slightly elevated, and just get into the space. If you have a bolster, put a bolster under your knees. Or several blankets like I showed you before. So take your time to do that. And once you are lying on your back, you can just become aware of this moment in time and all the sensations that come with it. Becoming aware of your bones, becoming aware of your breath, becoming aware of the four phases of your breath. And then with every out-breath, allow your body to soften a little more towards earth. As you become aware of all the structures in your body that correspond to the element of earth. So become aware of the heaviness and steadiness of your bones that hold your body, that keep your body in shape. And when the element of earth is in balance, we feel safe, we feel supported, we feel worthy, we feel grounded. Our mind is calm, and we have strong immunity because our cells are functioning well. So this is something that you can take into the whole of the yoga session. Imagine now that to every part of you that is in connection with the ground, that you are growing millions and millions of little roots into the earth. And let those roots grow deeper and deeper, wider and wider, burrowing themselves all the way through to the middle of the earth. And you soften yourself into those roots. And then as you inhale, you receive the earth energy. Allow it to expand into your body. Bringing life into all your cells. And you can give your weight fully to the support of the earth. And see if on the inhale you can notice if there's any holding in the body. And then on the out breath, just let that go. Give your body permission to let go of what is no longer needed, trusting the body's intelligence to know what that is. Maybe you have noticed that over time your breath became a little slower, a little deeper. Maybe you have become aware of the four phases of your breath and the length of the out-breath compared to the in-breath. And maybe these relations to each other have changed as you lay there. Just take another moment, allowing your arms to become heavy, your hands to let go, your brain to soften, your eyes to soften, your jaws to relax, your shoulders to let go, your hips sinking, your I'm also aware of what kind of thought patterns are with you. Is your mind flitting from one thought to the other? What kind of energy is around your thoughts compared to the energy around your body? So maybe your body is tired, but your mind is alert and wide awake, and the other way around. And also see if there are any emotions present. Is there calmness? Is there sadness? Is there fear? Is there trust? So many emotions. Just see what is present for you. And that is another element of Earth, is trust. Trusting that what you need, that all your needs, your true needs will be met. And when we trust, we emit a different energy. And that energy will draw more towards us. So see if you can really trust your body. Trust your body to be strong. Trust your body to do what it needs to do. Now, bring a little movement into your body. Let your toes wiggle, let your hands wiggle. Thank you, Michael. Any wiggles with your body that you feel you need right now. And then stand your feet up, placing the soles of your feet on the ground with your knees bent, like this. And then first taking the feet together, let your knees go from side to side. Feel as you do this also the opening in the chest and give the shoulders to the ground. Expand your chest as you do this. And then take your feet a little wider, continuing doing the same movement. Feel now the grounding through the feet as it goes through the middle of the sole. And then from one edge to the other. And see if in every transition you can be so conscious to soften your foot fully to earth. And then with the next movement, roll yourself to the side, push yourself up to sitting, and come into a seated position. For the seated position, I really recommend that you have something that you put under your hips, under the buttocks, like this, so that your hips are slightly elevated, and then come into any posture that is comfortable for you. It can be a dull pain, but please no sharp pain. And so that is the first thing I am going to do. I just had a WhatsApp message, I just want to check. Can you all hear me? So maybe give me some feedback if you can all hear me. That would be really great. I'm just checking if you actually can. No one said anything to the opposite, so I'll keep my eyes on it. So ground rules for the yoga session is when we go into the stretches, into the asana practice later, look out for a sensation that is about 5 or 6 out of 10. Look for a sensation that does not make your breath go tight. So your breath needs to flow freely. As soon as your breath is tight, that is an indication that you're taking it a little too far, then you need to ease out a little. If anything else comes to me, then I will let you know. And of course also, if I'm doing a pose longer than is good for you, longer than feels right, trust your intuition, trust your inner teacher, go out of the pose, do what you feel you need to do in that moment. Or if I come out of the pose too early, then please do it as long as it feels like you can get absorbed into it. If it's doing something for you in that moment, that is the most important part, not doing everything I tell you to do. And now, with that in mind, let's begin. Take the flesh away from the sitting bones, bring your hands back, open the hands, palms facing up, relax the elbows, and then become aware of this area between your collarbones. So smile from collarbone to collarbone, widen the shoulders apart, so you bring more space to your lungs. And then become aware of the central channel that goes through your body. So the central channel ends in the crown and starts about at the tailbone or between the sitting bones. So align the back of your head with your tailbone. For those of you who normally come to class, imagine if I were to be walking around now and doing what I do, this little lift upwards alongside your spine. And then let your shoulders relax. Lift your rib cage, let your shoulders relax. And that central channel that goes through the middle of your body, imagine there to be a thread at the top. So if you extend from your upper ears upwards to the middle of the head, imagine that you're being drawn upwards by an invisible string. And then everything in the periphery can just relax down on the outward. And let your body soften to earth. I will begin with a mantra to tune us in. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Take your hands to your heart, either with the palms together or the palms onto the heart, whatever feels connecting to you. So connecting to the heart space. Connecting to the part in you that can give appreciation. Connecting to the part of you that can be grateful. Connecting to a part in you that is kindly loving. And let that part of you expand and extend out to everything that you are, connecting to the heart space. So the lungs, connecting to the heart energy center. Feel your rib cage expanding these emotions of gratitude and appreciation to go beyond your skin, surrounding your whole being, surrounding your physical body, your emotional body, your mind, and reaching as far as your higher self, wide or around you, filled with the energy of the heart. Appreciation, gratitude, and an unconditional love that accepts just as you are. And we are going to do 3 yawns. Ah, on the ah, you feel the heart space expanding. On the oo, soften to earth. On the go into the head. So the ah, is the manifestation through sound. Heart, body, and mind to unite in selfless love to you. So you can join the vibration of sound, is healing for yourself, or you can just listen. 3 ah-ums in your own time. Deep inhale, we start together. Let your hands drop. Feel into the resonance after the sound. And then start with movement. So, slowly undo your legs and do small movements with your ankles, with your toes. So start wiggling your toes, start moving in your knees gently, bringing the juices into flow. Let your feet go in and out. Let your feet circle. See if you can feel what it is you need to do, what feels right. And know that when you do these movements with your feet and with your toes, the soles of our feet aren't called soles for no reason. That's what I think. So if we bring life and attention and awareness to our feet, where all the reflexology points are, we're bringing life to the rest of the body. So really take your mind into your body, to your feet. The feet get far too little attention these days. And then start wriggling your toes with a bit more awareness. So see if you can crunch the toes like this. Point the feet. Flex the toes. Flex the feet. And now point the feet. Crunch the toes. Contract the toes in. Flex the toes. Bring the feet towards you. And then do the same thing again. Crunch and flex. And if it doesn't work straight away, just keep bringing your imagination in there. Your nerve connection will establish to make the connection more and more attuned. So the more you imagine yourself doing it, the more these nerve channels will get trained so that at some point you can. So this is something that I recommend doing even when you're in front of the TV or whatever you're doing when no one can see you. Just do it. You can even wiggle your toes inside your shoes when you're in a queue somewhere. And then see if you can extend the little toes away from the big toe and relax again. Become aware of any responses in the rest of your body as you're doing this. Are your hands relaxed? Are your jaws relaxed? Are you starting to frown and do funny faces? Just check in. And then see if you can focus just on your little toe and move just your little toe. And then circle your feet in and out. Make sure you're nice and upright. Come in and out again from the hips. Bring the feet together, sole to sole. Take the flesh away from the sitting bones. Elevate your hips more. You can use books, you can use anything you have to just lift a little higher, making sure that your hips are a little higher. So I'm going to take this bolster and take the feet together here. And then relax the knees down. Take the flesh away from the sitting bones again, shuffle the sitting bones back, and then your spine is more free. Lift the rib cage and then inhale. Exhale. Make yourself really long, making that length come here from underneath your shoulder blades, lengthening your flanks, and on the out breath, come into the twist. You don't have to do this in my speed, do this in the speed of your own breath. And let your head become part of the movement. Deep inhale, expanding the rib cage. Exhale, release. Giving the lungs space. One more. And come back. Become aware of your spine. Everything still okay? You can see me, sound fine? Okay, so the next one we're going to do, I would like you to come on all fours. Bring your hands under your shoulders, bring your knees under your hip. The knees hip width apart, so like this. And then become aware of your tailbone region and start moving your hips, tucking your tailbone under and back out again. As you do this, become aware again of your bones. Become aware of the earth element inside your physical body. Seeing how the earth holds you in space. Become aware of your hands' soft connection to the ground. At the moment, we are only moving the hips. Becoming aware of these muscles here and the lower back stretching. And the hands just softening, softening, softening into earth. Seeing that you have an even connection through all your fingers. Firm, steady, but soft. Warming to earth. Receiving the warmth of the earth through your body. Create a space between your shoulders and your ears. Let that lower part of your spine just become still for a moment. Bring a straightness to your back. Lengthen from crown all the way to the tailbone. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, relax. Soften the shoulders. See if you can soften the shoulder blades down towards the hips, but lengthening the rib cage away from the hips. So this is a very, very discerning, asking you to discern the different parts of your body. So the rib cage lifting away from the hips, which automatically pulls the belly in and up so you can feel your core really working, but softening the shoulder blades, softening the back of the body down. I hope this makes sense, because you can't obviously see what I'm doing. This is something you have to feel internally. It's almost a meditative instruction. So, and from this firm core, I want you to take your right hand forward, your left leg back. And you can stay here if that feels right for you. So here we have 3 options. You can inhale, taking the arm up and down on the out breath. So working with the breath, inhale, lengthen, exhale. Or you can work with your leg, making sure that your hip remains level, parallel to the ground, inhale, exhale, or working with both. So see what suits you. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, release, strengthening your lower back. But also as you bring your arm up, bring expansion to the rib cage. Shoulders spacious in relation to the ears, but lengthened from here, from the flanks. And then let that go. Let the arm come down. If you haven't used your leg, take your left leg back now, tuck the toes under, and stretch the heel back from you, so that you feel the stretch in your calf muscle. So the heel really needs to go back as far as is comfortable, that you feel the 6 or 5 out of 10 stretch. One that is a sensation that feels nice for you. Go into the sensation and really feel where it is. And then bend your knee slightly, making sure you keep your heel as far away from you as comfortable, so that the stretch remains, but just goes a little lower into the calf muscle. And then bring that leg back. Same with the other side. So now, take your left arm forward, or your left arm and right leg. That was almost an accident. And then you can decide, do you want to go up and down with your arm, like this, inhale, exhale, or do you want to go up and down with your leg, or do you want to start one way and then continue in a different way, or work with both at once, really working your back muscles, expanding your rib cage as you inhale. Bringing spaciousness into your body. Make sure again that your hips remain level. So don't take the leg too high. It's not about how high you can stretch. This is really about working the back muscles, stabilizing our core. Inhale, lengthen.
exhale, release. Breathe deeply. Breathe softly. And relax. Bring that back. Take your toes together, your knees apart. Rest onto the heels. Do some movements with your trunk from side to side, maybe forward and backwards. Maybe movement with your hips, whatever feels right for you. Really come into your body and enjoy your body. See what movements are available to you here. And then from that connection to the heels, you're going to start lowering down with every out breath. And really enjoying your lowering down. Now, I know we started a little lower already, but then all the more reason to take that last bit a little slower. If this is uncomfortable for you on the back of your feet, then you can take some socks even, or anything that you have nearby, and just place them under here to give yourself give your ankles a little breathing space, because sometimes that stretch on the back of the foot can be just slightly too intense. So this is how you place them there, or you can take a cushion and put that under, or you can even take, if that still feels uncomfortable, you can take a blanket between the buttocks and the heels. So see what feels right for you, and then come into that child pose and surrender yourself to earth. Inhale, breathing in the earth energy. Exhale, releasing into the ground. Trusting your weight fully to earth. Feeling the warming, nourishing energy of earth flow into you. Allowing all your cells to work better. And maybe after some time you don't need that support between heels and hips anymore. Listen to your body and see what it is you need. Listen and respond. So you can stay in there, but I'm going to come up so that I can talk to you, so that you can hear my voice clearer. By the way, if you have a bolster, you can also do this pose on top of a bolster with your head sideways, or with the bolster slightly forward with your forehead on the edge of the bolster or on a cushion, whatever you have available. See what feels right for you, in the sense that you can make your back be longer, that you can create more spaciousness in your trunk. What is the right thing for you? And feel your bones. Feel your bones sinking into earth. And when I say surrender to earth, surrender doesn't mean resigning. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. Surrender means allowing things to be as they are. Allowing the things that we can't change to take their course. And from that space where we've allowed, we can draw strength and respond to the best of our abilities rather than react. That is the true power of surrender, which is one of the precepts in the Yoga Sutra. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine in everything that is happening, in everything in us, in everything around us. Ishvara Pranidhana. So, and then slowly and gently Release yourself out of child pose, so take your time, traveling back up. Really connecting the hands to earth on your way up. And then sit on your heels for a moment. Just feel that connection. Bring your knees together and feel. Feel your shoulders, feel your spine. Feel if there's a bit more spaciousness in the spine. And then come onto all fours again. I will do it for time. So take your hands underneath your shoulders again. Spaciousness between shoulders and the top of the head. Spaciousness in the spine. And now we're going to complete and continue what we started earlier. So you started tucking under the hips and taking the sitting bones up. Now very gradually, let more of your body go into the movement. So start moving the middle of your trunk. Start moving the middle of your spine. See if you can really tune in to starting the movement from the bottom of the spine and feeling that movement traveling up. And the same when you take your sitting bones up. Start the movement from down there. So normally I take my foam roller, and when you are in this position, I roll the foam roller up your spine so that you can really feel how you're pressing against it. So imagine that already happening with your lower and middle spine. Discerning the different movements of your vertebrae. And then let your upper spine become part of the movement. So tucking under the hips. One vertebra by vertebra, rolling upwards until the top of the spine rounds to let your head go. Shake the head a little, gently. Doing movements of no, yes, maybe a little circle with the top of the head, as if you were drawing a circle on the mat, bringing spaciousness to your neck. And when we stay in one position a little longer, please continue to breathe. Breathe deeply. But when you move again, move on the inhale, taking the sitting bones up, coming into the valley position. And then the chin goes forward. Chin lengthening forward, rather than the head going too far into the neck, bringing constriction to the upper spine. We want to more bring stretch to the throat region. And then reversing that position on the out breath. Inhale, lifting the sitting bones one vertebra at a time. Chin forward. On the out breath, tucking under. You can even engage your pelvic floor muscles as you do this. And then come back into a straight position. Make your shoulders wide, broad, spaciousness between shoulders and ears, length in the spine. And just take a moment. There's one more sequence that we do in this position, but take a moment to come onto your heels and loosen your hands this time. So circling the hands in. Circling the hands out. Are you feeling any cracking anywhere? So if you're feeling any cracking anywhere along the movements, maybe if you say to yourself, oh, where is that crack? Where is it exactly? Where in the hand is it? And then meet where it happens in the movement. See if you can go in there a little, bring a little breath to it, bring your mind into the movement where it seems to not be flowing as smoothly. Listening in. tuning in your inner ears, feeling into the movement. And then the elbows, rolling in, rolling out, still allowing the hands to be part of the movement. Then the shoulders, rolling back, together, forward and backwards. Again, listening in if there are any cracks, any cracking movements, any cracking sounds. Go into them and listen and feel where are they exactly. Can I relax them to the ground? Alternately moving backwards, taking the elbows with you, taking the arms with you, and then shaking the hands out, stretching one hand back like this, and then the other hand, stretching the back side of the hand, lengthening the wrist away from you, and then just giving a little downward pull. And then the same to the other hand. Okay. Now that our hand has flow and strength again, we can come back onto all fours. And now take your right hand to the side, like this. And imagine that you are connecting strings to your fingertips. And those strings are connected to the space in a way as if they were extended fingers, as if they were feelers that point and feel whatever the fingers are pointing at. And bring your arms up and down, getting a sense of the sensations beyond your fingertips, feeling the space between the shoulders and the ears. Be conscious of the rest of your body, being in alignment, knees hip width apart. No stress on the other hand, so let that other hand soften. And make that movement that is happening here bigger and bigger, and let your spine gradually become part of the movement as you open sideways. Check that when you come up, that your arms are aligned, that you're not going too far forward or too far backwards, that you're really working on that plane where the shoulders are. And as the fingertips come up, you're feeling the space that your fingertips are pointing at. And then at some point, on the way down, you're going to take the back of the hand to the ground, slide that through, and rest your shoulders to the ground. Rest the upper elbow to the ground. Feel the stretch between your shoulder blades. Perhaps you might need to do some other movements with your other arm. Maybe that arm needs to go forward to deepen the stretch. Maybe that arm just wants to be on the side. Tune in and see what is right for you. Maybe you need to slide your shoulder a little further back, a little further forward. And you can also see what position is better for your head. For some people, it's nicer if the head looks the other way. But for some, that isn't so nice. So see what is right for you. And then breathe your shoulder to the ground in this position. Really soften your shoulder into the ground. And if your body invites you to do any movements, to deepen this, to really go in, to wake up the fascia, the skin that is around the muscles, to loosen and soften it, please do that. And then slowly come back up. Same to the other side. So I'm going to turn away now turn towards you now. Maybe that angle will be more helpful. So take the arm to the side, level with the shoulders, spaciousness between shoulders and ears. Beware not to do this here. So really nice and open in the shoulders, spacious, smiling from collarbone to collarbone. Taking that arm to the side, extending into space. See if anywhere in your body you're holding on. Bring your mind, bring your breath to these areas. Inhale, open the rib cage, and come down. Actually, we started a little lower earlier, so just tune in gradually into those threads beyond the fingertips. Feeling whatever your fingers are pointing at. You might be doing this on the mat or on the carpet. So feel and imagine the texture as you're doing this. Inhale, come up. Breathe out, come down. And then gradually letting the movement become bigger and bigger. And then your lower spine moves along. Check that you are really moving from the lower spine as well, that you bring this opening to your body. Spinal twist in this position. Check what structures, what areas in your body you're feeling sensation. And then at some point on the out breath, you bring the back hand through, stretching it through until you feel sensation that is nice for you between the shoulder blades. Then the upper arm can choose, stretching forward, coming sideways. Where does it feel good for you? Head looking the opposite way or looking the same way. And then bring your breath attention to wherever you are feeling the sensation. And watch as you're doing this, if the sensation starts moving about, if the sensation starts changing, if the sensation starts spreading, tune in with your breath. Expand into those spaces. With every breath, another opportunity to stretch and expand even the smallest fibers that are present between the shoulder blades. The shoulder blades are also called the angel wings. So give space to your angel wings. That are protecting the lungs from behind. Feel your lungs expanding into the upper back, releasing down. And if your body invites you to do any movements there, please go with that. But differentiate between movements that you are doing because you are restless or movements you are doing because your body is really coming in to feel its own needs. So differentiate very carefully. What is the quality of my urge for movement right now? Is it a deepening? Is it an exploring? Is it a curiosity? Or is it restlessness? And if it is restlessness, just be aware of that restlessness. Breathe into the restlessness as well. Give it its space. We welcome all emotions. And then slowly coming back up. So now we're going to start working on the legs. So again, lift your right leg. Bring your right leg sideways forward so that it is level with the hips, and then bring it back in. bringing movements to the hip joint, to the knee joint. And then when you stretch that leg back, on the out breath, you look over your left shoulder. So the right leg is moving. When the knee comes forward, you look in between your hands. When the leg comes back and stretches away, you look over your opposite shoulder. And you will notice that perhaps your body wants to do the opposite. So really become aware of these instinctive programmed movements. And your head wanting to perhaps look from side to side, because this is more habitual for us. So as the leg stretches, you're looking over your left shoulder. As the knee comes forward, you look in between your hands. Reprogramming the brain, the mind, to be more alert, to be more awake. And let the movement be as smooth as possible. And then on the next one, move the leg forward and place it in the place of your hand. And here, you need to explore again. If you need to, put a blanket or a half block underneath your knee, so that that space is a little softer, and then check. When you go forward, where is the position of my knee? If you go forward and stretch from the hips here, and the knee angle becomes this small, and the knee angle becomes this small, that creates pressure on your knee. So that means you need to move your back leg further back, or your front foot further forward, and then approach the stretch again. Relax your back foot, and see where now the position is. So when you have your front knee in a 90-degree angle, then you can start doing little movements. And you might at this point need to bring your hands a little higher, so maybe if you have any blocks or any books or anything, that you can come a little higher so that your body can remain upright, that your spine can remain straight. And then bring that movement to your hips. And we're going to go a little back, taking the sitting bones up like we did earlier in the hill and valley position. And then take the hands underneath the shoulders. Again, you can come onto a bit of a lift there. And then relax your front foot and find the sensation on the hamstring. Breathe into the hamstring, feeling what sensation is present. And here you can see that my hip is right above the knee. I am not back here. That can make it a little uncomfortable. So bring your hip to whatever position it can be above the knee. Then relax your front foot, knee straight but not overextended. If it is uncomfortable in the knee, you can even bring something to place under the knee. So see what works for you. And then relax the front foot and bring the sitting bones up until you feel that dull, nice sensation that you can breathe in on the hamstrings. Wide, spacious, with your in-breath, releasing, relaxing with the out-breath. And then you can bring the toes a little inwards, moving in a little from the hips so you feel the outer fibers of the hamstring. Moving the toes a little to the outside, feeling the inner fibers of the hamstring. Linger and relax in any of the positions where it feels right for you. Where you feel, this is a sensation that my body really needs. And deepen your out breath. And then reconnecting the foot to the ground, coming forward, softening the foot to the ground, connecting the foot to the ground, rooting the foot down, and feeling the sensation in the hip flexor. Create spaciousness between the shoulders and the ears. Again, if you need a little lift, bring the lift a little further forward again, so that it is underneath your shoulders. But see if you can be light on that lift. And then width into the hip flexor. You might be feeling it in the hip flexor, you might be feeling it in different areas. Wherever you are feeling it, bring the attention of your breath there to bring spaciousness into that area. And then bring length into your spine. Lengthen from the tailbone all the way to the crown. Lengthen from the crown all the way to the back knee. Breathe in spaciousness, relaxing on the out breath. And then slowly coming back out. Take your time to reconnect to the other side. If you do need to do some shaking for your hands, maybe this shake that Michael sometimes does. So where you relax your shoulders down and just stretching a little bit that back hand. Circling in, circling out. And then when your hands are strong and loose enough again, then you reconnect gently to the ground, and this time you take your other leg back. And you come to the side, level with the hip as much as possible, and find the smoothest route forward. So rather than going down and up, it is a direct movement. And for most of us, this is probably a movement that we don't do in any other situation in life, unless we want to imitate our dogs. So, and now bring the head in with that movement. Coming to the side, stretching back, looking over the opposite shoulder. To the side, looking into the middle, looking over the shoulder. And then tune in and see, what does your body actually want to do when you are making it do this movement that is so unusual for the movement? And see if you can bring a little bit of familiarity into the movement. So, familiarity is also connecting to the earth element. Oh, I got it wrong, Betsy. So you're looking to the middle between your hands, you're looking over your shoulder when you stretch back. And let your breath flow smoothly. So, familiarity, not to be mistaken for becoming mechanic. So when we drive our car, that is more of a mechanical action. Familiarity is when we do a movement over and over again, and that the movement becomes really easy for us, so that we can really tune into our body. And then bring that to a rest by taking the leg forward, bringing it in place of our hand. Find the right position for you, where when you take your hips forward, you can have a 90-degree angle, an open angle on your knee, so that there's no pressure on the knee, and then come forward and backwards. Moving forward and backwards first. Keep your spine as straight as possible whilst you're doing this. Relaxing your foot, growing the roots into the ground every time you connect gently to earth at the front there. And then at some point, stay back. Remember, if you need to put something under the knee, if that feels better for you, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, bring lifts in, you have available so that you can get a little lift. And then lift the front of your body, smile from collarbone to collarbone, even bringing width into your hips, smiling from inguinal ligament to, so broadening the inguinal ligament which goes between the two front hip bones there from the pelvis, and bringing width to that with your breath. And then lifting the sitting bones up until you feel the sensation in your hamstrings. And when you feel the sensation in your hamstrings, bring the breath to them. Expanding, releasing. Turning the toes a little inward from the hips. Turning them outwards from the hips. Straight, spacious spine. Stay wherever that feels right for you. And then slowly coming forward. Planting the foot into the ground. Feeling the sensation in the hip flexor. There. See where you are feeling it, because the hip flexor is a muscle that runs from the middle of the spine through the pelvis, attaching on the inner thigh, so you might be feeling it in different places. You might be feeling it on the inner side of the leg. You might be even feeling it in different muscles where that muscle connects to. So if the hip flexor is nice and stretched, very flexible, you might be feeling it in other muscles that are not tight. So wherever you are feeling it, you bring the attention of your breath there. Bring spaciousness to where you are feeling it. And then slowly moving out, bringing the back knee a bit closer in, bringing your hands onto your thighs, and come up. So one of the requests for today's class, I'm getting warmer now, which is nice. I hope you are too. One of the requests for today was lungs and arms, opening arm movements. So this is what we're going to do now, and we'll do this together with a walk. So what I would first like you to do is doing the arm movements. So allowing the palms to face forward, extending the fingertips into the distance, feeling the space beyond your fingertips. Make sure that your hands are fully aligned here, so that there are no kinks in the wrists like this, that the hand is in one line with the wrist, the fingertips, not rigidly extended, but alertly and softly extended into the distance. As if there were strings on each one of your fingers, giving you just a gentle pull. And these strings on your fingers are what is going to be moving you. So imagine the movement coming from space. And the plane that goes through our body is the plane of presence. So this moment, what is in front of me is the future. I'm open, welcoming the future. I am leaning on everything that I have learned in the past. So I am aligned in the middle, in presence, between the future and the past, as I am in this position. Open, soft, allowing, whatever will be. Knowing that my body and my mind will be strong enough to deal with what may come. Trusting my body to deal with what may come. Once the hands reach the hips, to turn your hands in and come up as far as that feels comfortable for you. Don't force anything, just go to wherever it feels right. Then coming past the body, turning the palms to the front again and coming up. Relax the shoulders down, have spaciousness in this position. So it's not there, it's not forced, it's not constricting, it's open, it's spacious, smiling here. So this should be a really freeing, open, wide movement. Your knees are soft, your feet are softening into the ground. Enjoy this opening, hello world. Connecting to matter and hello world. Connecting to the divine within you, to that which is bigger than you, and again, hello world, bringing in the inspiration. And the next time we will walk with that. So we will take a little moment to tune into our feet again. So wiggle your toes and extend your toes away from you. I'll come a bit closer and turn this down a little. So tuning into your feet, allowing your feet to soften and connect into the ground. Feeling your toes broad, wide, rooting down, feeling your heels rooting down, feeling the center of your foot rooting down. Only when our foundation is firm can we grow to the light. So we can only open our connection to our higher self when we are fully grounded, just like a tree can only grow upwards when the roots are firm and established. So imagine those roots coming through your feet, connecting as far as the center of the world, receiving the warmth of the earth. Your knees are relaxed. Your knees are soft. Your tailbone heavy. The front of your pelvis slightly lifted. Lift your ribcage, relax your shoulders, arms heavy, hands extended. Relax the shoulders, wide. Align the back of your head with your tailbone. So a slight shift back like reverse chicken, so rather than this, we're going back and extending upwards. And see if you can find a gentle way to stand in this. So it's not soldier military, there is a breathing space in here. It's wide, it's extended, it's spacious. Spacious in the knees, spacious in the hips, spacious in the feet. And then we're going to start walking. So bring one foot forward. In fact, I'm going to do this sideways. Bring one foot forward, but have your weight on the back foot. Imagine you have a thread on your back knee going parallel to the ground. And that thread is being pulled, and that is what peels our foot off the ground and transfers the weight forward. And then we bring our foot through. Then again, that thread on the back knee, peeling our foot off. And see if you can allow that central line going along the length of the foot. Be really aware of that central line, leaving the ground evenly as that knee comes forward, and then that foot places forward, weight still on the back foot. And walk like this. And see how your hips feel when you walk like this. See how your knees feel. Often I am told that when people walk like this, even when they have knee pain, that kind of walk seems to bring more space into the knee, into the hips, because we're working with our whole body. Often when we walk from our hips, it's this kind of thing that happens. So there is a lot of weight and jerkiness coming in through the knees. So this kind of walking, if you can remind yourself in your day-to-day life, even do that on the grass sometimes, especially now that we're in our houses most of the time. If you manage to go out, just walk on the grass in this conscious way for a moment. Make it a walking meditation. And now we'll bring the arms into it. Don't worry if it gets a little confusing, just do your best. Focus on the feet, focus more on the arms, whatever works for you. So take one of your feet forward. Have the weight on the back leg. Bring the arms up. As the arms open, you pull on the back knee, opening your arms into space. As the arms pass the shoulders, you bring that foot forward. Make small steps, really small steps, so your heel is still aligned with your foot. As you transfer the weight, the arms open. And the foot comes through as the arms go up. Back knee, open. Bring the foot through. Back knee, open. Bring the foot through. Back knee, pull, peel off. Bring the foot through. Nice and wide. Welcome world. Keep going, or come back a little if you don't have enough space for this. If you don't have enough space for the arms, just come with your arms to here. One more. Bring the feet together and just feel into the space for a moment. Okay. So we will do one more yoga pose on the ground today. So please come back onto the mat, lay on your back and have a little support for the back of your head. So first, lie on your back. Let the feet be apart like this. And just feel your connection to the ground for a moment. Just breathing the hips into the ground. Feel the difference between the right leg and the left leg. Right shoulder, right side of the back, left side of the back. And then bring your feet together, soles of the feet towards each other. Bring them as close to you as is comfortable, where the knees feel okay. And then again that same thing, connecting your fingertips into the space. And allowing there to be threads beyond your fingertips that are moving your arms. Allowing the body to inhale fully. And imagine that your breath is what is directing those threads beyond your fingertips. Oh wow! There's a kite up there. Oh. So the kite is telling us that we should spread our wings wide. I hope you can see everything. So extending upwards, width in the shoulders, and the threads are connected to our breath. So see if you can really align the movements with your breath. If there is constriction in your arms, by the way, don't go that far back. You can even take a bolster or a big cushion behind you and bring it to where your restriction is and just relax there. And if there is a different restriction on the right side compared to the left side, for instance, then you can decide that arm where the restriction is, where the restriction in the shoulder is, can rest on the support, and the other arm goes to where it is able to go. Well, two of them. Three. We go down. Inhale. See if you cannot touch the limit before the inhale ends, and then on the out breath coming forward again, width in the rib cage, width for the lungs, making space for your heart. Let the rest of the body ground down. Let your back sink into the ground. Feeling the earth, loving the earth, trusting the earth. And when you trust the earth, you also trust yourself. You trust yourselves, you trust the core of your being. And the hands not touching the ground, here before the out-breath is finished. The end of the out-breath is that end of the movement. And then with the next inhale, the movement starts. Making your fingertips alert, wide, spacious. We do one more of these. And then rest for a moment. Feel your shoulders, feel your hips. Rest the shoulders into the ground, rest the shoulder blades. And then take your right leg on top of your left leg, hug that left leg towards you like this. Feeling the stretch on the outer thigh. And slightly and gently push that knee away from you, that right knee, and the left leg coming a little closer. By the way, if you can't reach your leg here without difficulty, you can either put your foot on a support. Yeah, if there's any restriction in your shoulders or in your arms or in your legs, put your feet, your left foot on a support, or you can take a belt and hold on to the belt that is going through your left thigh. And then relax the shoulders to the ground. Let that holding of the arms of the leg be passive, so that you can relax your shoulders down. Let the shoulders become soft. And if your body wants to do any movements again, do the movements with your thighs, with your lower leg, with your feet. Maybe you want to circle the feet. Do whatever feels right for you. Whatever brings spaciousness to the pose, whatever allows you to ground down more through your back. And bring the breath attention to any muscles, any areas of your body where you feel the sensation. And then slowly release. Bring the other leg up, hug your right leg. Again, that passive stretch where the shoulders can relax. Just really broadening the shoulders, softening them to the ground. The left knee going far enough away that it feels comfortable in the knees. The right knee coming close enough to you that you feel the stretch on the outer thighs, on the buttocks muscle and the abductors. And then scanning the body, are there any tensions? Releasing the tensions on the out breath. Are there any movements your body wants to do? Again, differentiating. Is that urge to move coming from restlessness? Or is that urge to move coming from, I want to feel my body. I want to bring my mind in and really listen. And you can tell if the movement comes from restlessness, it will probably be faster. It will probably be more of an escaping movement. So allow it to be a movement where you come in, where you feel in. At some point it might come to a sense of stillness by itself where it feels like, this is where I need to stay now and breathe. And then you slowly undo.
And now it's time for relaxation. So if you need a blanket, bring a blanket. Put something like a folded up blanket under your head. It shouldn't be much more than this. Maybe you don't need it at all. Maybe you're just comfortable lying on your back. You can lie on your back with the bolster underneath your knees with the soles of the feet together. Like this. Shoulders away from the ears. You can use any cushion for that you have. 2 cushions maybe, putting them under the knees like this. Or you can stretch your legs out in Shavasana, shaking the legs, bringing the shoulders underneath the trunk so that you have more openness in your chest, palms facing up, length in the back of your neck. So extending the back top of the head away from the base of the neck, and then allowing your body to soften to the ground. Allowing yourself to sink. So this is the part that is an experiment. So we'll see if we can do this with the singing bowls. First, I will lead you through a bit of a meditation, a bit of an earth meditation. So as you lay on your back and have become comfortable, maybe you want to put a cushion on your eyes, listening in, feeling in. Bringing your whole awareness into your body. Bringing the awareness of your breath into the toes, fingertips,
bringing the awareness into every part of you that is connecting to earth. And then take a moment to compare how it felt at the beginning of class and how it feels now. How is your body feeling on the ground? As you breathe out, soften your body fully to earth. Scan the body if there are any tight areas. Bring the awareness of your in-breath to these areas. And on the out-breath, allowing them to gently flow out into the earth. Connecting to the quality of earth, of grounding, feeling rooted, feeling supported, feeling safe, feeling held. Feeling nourished. Feel a warmth flowing into your body, into your feet, calves, shins, knees, thighs, hips, trunk, inner organs, shoulders, arms, all the way down to your fingertips, your neck, all the way up to your head, to the top of your head. Everything softening as it receives the warming, nourishing force of the earth, bringing you strength. Imagining the bones, all the cells in the bones absorbing this warming force, and then vibrating it out into the cells of the rest of your body. Feeling the muscles relaxing around the bones. Feeling the jaws relaxing, the eyes softening, the brain softening. Just allowing yourself to give yourself to earth. And it is a law that when we give, we receive. When we connect in a certain direction and send our energy out, we open a gateway to receive. So just give yourself lovingly to earth. Gift yourself to earth. Open yourself up to earth. And receive that warming, energizing force. Allow it to culminate in your heart. And on the out-breath, spreading out from your heart again into space. Into the space around you, filling it with gratitude for the riches of the earth, the riches that the earth has to offer. The riches in color, the riches in sound, the riches in fruit, the riches in food, the nutrition coming from earth. In all its forms. Nourishing views, nourishing sunsets. And then subtler, that force coming through our connection to earth, whether we walk or lie or sit.
Bring to your imagination the texture and force and warmth of earth as you feel it, as if you were planting a seed. And plant that seed of whatever it is you need most right now. Whether that is a piece of seed, or a seed of peace perhaps. A seed of inner peace, of inner calm, of light-heartedness, of unconditional love. Of healing that comes through unconditional love. Maybe a seed of strength. Strength in every one of your cells. Strength in your whole being. Body, mind, soul. And strength of connection to that which is bigger than you, your higher self, or what you believe in. Maybe that seed of slowing down a little, playing games with each other, with your family, or whoever is around you. A seed of understanding. Let the earth go round that seed again, knowing that as you connect it to earth, the light will shine onto that piece of earth and allow that plant to grow. And it will just grow with time. And you just keep growing your roots to earth. Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhi Swaha. Start wiggling your toes and your fingers. Do any wiggles that your body needs right now. Place your feet on the ground. Bend your knees and let your knees go from side to side. And roll yourself onto one side, just laying on your side for a moment. Giving your weight fully to the support of the earth. And then gently, slowly rolling to the other side. In your own time, in your own way. And if you have arrived and got a sense of and a feeling of more peace, equanimity, calmness, and perhaps even trusting yourself, trusting your body, trusting the strength of your body, trusting the strength of your being to inspire you to the right actions needed at this point in time, trusting Earth to support you no matter what. And see if you can keep that sense with you whenever you remember. Allow a little light into your eyes, and in your own time bring yourself up to sitting. Find a comfortable position, just like we did in the beginning of class. Siddhasana is here, you're growing. If you can do that, that is wonderful. Cross-legged positions or half lotus, if that feels okay for your knees and feet. And for those of you really practice in sitting in half lotus without discomfort, you can do that as well. I will sit in Siddhasana today, the Sage's pose, because that is a really nice one for healing. So bring the elbows, open the hands, open the palms upwards, relax the shoulders, connect the back of your head upwards, streaming upwards, bringing length to the back of your neck. Feel your breath. Bring your hands to your heart in any way that feels right for you, either palms on the heart or palms to each other. Connect to your crown, the energy center for higher guidance, and feel a light streaming in like through a tunnel, like through a funnel going into a tunnel. And receive that light with gratitude. Inhale it into your being, softening to earth in the outlet. And we will do one Om with that focus. So join me with an Om if you wish, and feel the vibration of the Om in as many parts of your body as you can. The sounds shake up and vibrate the cells so that they can release what is no longer needed to receive the new energy coming in with your breath, with your imagination of light, with the oxygen coming from the blood. So receiving on all levels. So inhale that light in through the funnel. Then receiving the breath into your heart, becoming aware of the heart space, expanding the rib cage to make more space for the heart and the lungs. The heart, when in balance, can give and receive love freely. But first, we need to fill ourselves, because then we can give from a rich source. So kindly embrace and love yourself in your mind as you are. Every cell, every part of your body, every thought, every emotion. Just as you are good enough. You are more than good enough. And feel that feeling of appreciation and gratitude extend out to earth. If you wish, deep inhale. Receive the energy through your sitting bones, through whatever connects you to the ground. And how to fill your being with warmth, and then soften again to earth, whilst maintaining your uprightness. Trust. You are worthy to receive the strength of earth into the even smallest particle and atom of what you are. Trust to receive. Give and soften to earth. Deep inhale. Gratitude to yourself, to your higher teacher, to your inner teacher. Gratitude to earth in your own retreat. Whatever feels right for you, you can just touch the ground like this. And back to the heart. Namaste.